Most of us take the continuity of our minds for granted. We sleep, wake up, and carry an unbroken line of memory into today. Dissociative identity disorder, or DID, a condition involving the presence of distinct personality states, acts as a mechanical disruption to this internal timeline. Instead of a flowing stream, time exists in isolated bubbles. When a different identity, or alter, takes control of the body, the previous window of time seals off. The person waking up has no connection to the actions or conversations that occurred just an hour prior. This is a failure of the internal hardware to maintain a continuous existence. It means waking up in a life that belongs to a stranger, with no data to explain how you got there. Imagine your brain is a vast library. The memories are on the shelves, but the covers and index cards are ripped away. The fronting identity has no index and no access permissions to whatever the system experienced the night before. Navigating daily life with this level of amnesia makes survival a constant negotiation. Holding a job or maintaining a household becomes a series of crises when you lack the necessary context to make a single decision. To survive, a person with DID must stop relying on their brain's fractured internal memory and build a reliable system on the outside. To outside observers, these memory gaps appear erratic. When a patient's story changes or they fail to follow a treatment plan, medical providers often interpret the behavior as intentional inconsistency or lying. Internally, it's like a Rubik's Cube. When an alter takes control, they immediately seek alignment, trying to solve their specific side of the cube. Because of amnesic walls, they are blind to the other faces, inadvertently scrambling the progress made by others. Each isolated part is working on its own piece of the puzzle to survive, unaware of the disorientation it causes across the internal barrier. What the medical system labels as chaos is actually a series of uncoordinated attempts to create order within isolated bubbles of time. Stability requires cognitive prosthetics, external tools like smart technology that perform the mental functions the brain cannot currently maintain. Survivors deploy an array of tools to capture reality. AI transcription apps record conversations, security cameras map the physical space, and whiteboards act as hard-coded monitors. Analytically, this survivor's record explains the utility of this raw data. By reviewing camera footage, the brain can finally grasp the timeline of a full 24-hour day, manually stitching the isolated bubbles together. This is a form of systems engineering. The survivor recognizes their specific hardware limitations and hard codes their missing executive function directly into their physical environment. The most integrated workaround is an automated smart home routine designed to bridge the gap between amnesic states. This Alexa protocol is a morning routine triggered by a simple motion sensor in the bedroom. Once triggered, the smart speaker delivers a specific audio instruction to the newly awakened identity. "Good morning, tomorrow person. Stop what you are doing and listen." The identity programming the system knows they will likely not be the one who wakes up in that body the next day. The routine forces a data transfer across the amnesic barrier, leaving a survival manual for an unknown future version of themselves. Clinical narratives often dismiss DID patients as unreliable, but an engineered environment like this suggests a different reality. These notes, titled Time Perception, show a survivor mapping out a visual system to manage the finite reality of the day. Mapping the specific blind spots of your own consciousness requires identifying hardware limitations and building external workarounds to bypass them. Leaving an automated voice message for a future version of yourself bridges the gap between disconnected states of existence. The Tomorrow Person protocol is an act of radical self-care, reaching across the void of missing time to ensure that a stranger sharing your body knows they are safe.